Rational Redneck says, I've worked sales jobs and people always look at me like I have two heads when I compare them. But what are the similarities between sales and pickup?
I don't really take sales metaphor and bring it to pickup. Here's why. Sales usually refers to handling objections logically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a woman doesn't say, I don't like you because this and this and this reason. And you say, so if I could solve this reason, and this reason, could we go ahead with this relationship?
Mm-hmm.
That's getting logical. I
It's
want to
negotiation.
Change. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's objection handling.
Mm-hmm.
I would rather change her mood, not her mind.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not out to change her mind logically, rationally, but I'm rich, right? Instead, I'm out to make her feel good in the time I'm with her.
Right.
That's what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dance club, not a sit and question life club.
Mm-hmm.
So some of my interactions are rather surface and very comedic. We're getting into instant rapport by laughing together, right? That is the win. 25 minutes into the set, she won't remember what I said, but she'll remember how she felt
about it. Yeah. Leaving her with an emotional impact.
And I'll presume she's smarter than me and can see through my game, but she enjoys it.
She's still playing it. Yeah.
Right.
So that's similar to one of the concepts I throw out there is women don't want to be told that they're playing a game. They want you to be a good player of the game. They want you to be because they don't want to have a guy who sits there and explains, well, you're doing this because of hypergamy and this is a shit test and this is this and that. See all the things that you're doing. Like they don't want to have some guy with an Excel spreadsheet.
Good.
Yeah.
Feel great, feel enthused, feel fascinated. That's really the emotion that I attempt to project. I act fascinated by the topics I bring up so they can feel fascination through me.
Yes.
That's how I do.
No one ever reasoned a woman into bed.
Right.
They emotion a woman into bed, but they've never reasoned a woman into bed. You can, there's enough guys. I mean, Fox Day used to call them the gamma males. These are the guys who are the list makers, right? Like, here's a list of reasons why I'm the perfect boyfriend for you. 1, I would never leave you, baby. 2, I'm in love with you. 3, I've got a great job. I come from an Ivy League college. I have a great family. I like dogs. I want kids in the future. Like all this thing.
That's
and
right.
the woman says, fuck you. I want to get with the outlaw motorcycle gang member over here because he makes me feel something. If it's danger, doesn't matter. Just as long as it's an emotional
visceral.
association.
It's visceral. You can.
Yeah, and I think a lot of guys who come into this space and they can't get their heads out of sort of like they're too rational. Like, and I hate to say that because I'm a rational. They're too rational in the sense that they expect that women, and this is because they believe in what I call the blank slate fallacy. Like men and women are just the same, right? So if men and women are just the same, then women should have the same level of capacity, anyways, of rationality that men do. So we should just logically explain to them why we're the perfect mate for them, the perfect mate choice, and we're going to have perfect little babies, and we're going to have 2.5 kids and a golden retriever in the front yard, and this is how we're going to go off and
your future time projecting.
Yeah, and it is the most boring, most stale, most stagnant bullshit that you could possibly come up with. And women, I think it was Vox Day says, women have this uncontrollable desire to punch those guys in the face, and they can't explain why they have that impulse, and that's why they have that impulse.
Well, there's good
because you're
pickup
not
and bad
playing
pickup.
the game, you're explaining the game.
Fair. In conclusion to this topic, sales metaphor is not something that I bring into my cold approach pickup. It to me is too cold and calculating. Pickup is supposed to be warm and fun, playful, non-threatening, non-needy, rapport building, rapport breaking for entertainment's sake, because if you're a challenge and you break rapport, when she works to mend it in qualifying and you allow her to mend it, you have a weld, and the weld is stronger, and you appreciate each other and you respect each other, that it can go south. The conversation can become fueled.
That's conditional,
right? It's that exactly that it's conditional.
Yeah, I think one of the things that a lot of guys don't grasp, especially with me, because they expect me to be Mr. Spock, right? Like I'm the guy that's like going to explain everything logically for you.
The rational man.
The thing is like I don't do that with my wife. I don't do that with the girls that are on here. And that it throws people off when they see me on Access Vegas and some chick starts talking about astrology and go, oh, really? Tell me more about that. You know, tell me more about, well, I've done this before. Like we had 10 girls at the table one time. And I go, you guys are all in astrology, right? You're all experts at astrology. Yeah, of course. Like, okay, what's my sign? All 10 of them got it wrong. And I'm like, there's only 12 like signs, right? Something like that. Yeah, I'm like, statistically, you should have guessed it by now. But so I'm just playing along, being very playful with it. So that's why I have like the magic 8-ball and I have the crystals and stuff like that. Because I've like Mike hates that shit. And he he's dead stops, right? He doesn't. I'm like, no. This is an opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, you want that yin yang shit. You want to play into that kind of stuff because that's playing along with it. Do I know logically, rationally that astrology and all this stuff is like the woo woo energy?
Yeah, I'm into astronomy, so it kind of dispels
like, the whole thing. Is like, things. I'm like, no, I know it's bullshit, but I'm playing along. But everybody in the goddamn chat's like, I can't believe he says something like that. How come he's the rational male? And I'm like, dude, there's an act, there's a playfulness that goes on, and it's okay to be playful. It's okay to have fun with this shit. I know that it's bullshit, but I'm going to play into that. And if you have this like mentality of everything has to be like literal and just to this autistic level where it's just like, you can't engage with women without being, 100% logical with them and everything else. And it's like, well, you're going to be fucking lonely and for a while because again, it comes back to that emotional
rapport.
side.
You're breaking rapport with people who are investing, their truth in you.
Yeah.
Just accept their truth.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be the truth.
Her truth.
Their truth.
Accept her truth for what it is. Right.
I know this guy when I first started doing Fresh and Fit, Hotep Jesus, a good friend of mine. He knows all the stuff that I do. He's very on top of his game. He's very logical minded, very business minded. But when I see him at Moxie's or when I see him with chicks, he is just smooth as fucking goose shit, man. I mean, he is just so, and because he vibes with them, that's what because they don't know what else to call it, right? I'm vibing with these girls. And he knows all of the seduction stuff. He knows all of the shit tests. He knows all of the mechanics of this, but he plays that so well that if you saw him, you would think like most guys would say, oh, he's simping for that girl. Or he's trying to suck up to that girl and tell her what she wants to hear so he can get in her pants, which is true. But he also knows the dynamics that are underneath the game that he's playing on top of this. And I don't think enough people, maybe this is some like people were asking just a minute ago, what's the differences in the game right now, right? Well, back in 1998, we didn't have the same level of knowledge base that we have right now. And I think that has been both a benefit, but also a deficit for us as well, because we become too literally minded. We have access to so much information right now that we can't play along with the magic. We can't play anymore. We just have to analyze everything all the time. And that's what keeps guys at home. That's why there's no girls out there that are worth engaging with right now.
Why will I try?
Yeah, why even try? Right? Why even bother? Or we'll get into the dancing monkey thing. Like, well, you're just out there just performing for these girls, and that's not who you really are, and you're inauthentic and all this other stuff, and you're performing for their approval. And I'm like, and
if bowing down and kissing a woman on her feet worked, I'd do it.
Everybody would be like,
if that's pickup, I would do it. It doesn't work, but I would do it. Right? Yeah. So yeah, I like girls, and if it means me having to meet them, I will do that because he's not meeting them.
Yeah. Well, at some point you have to play the game. You have to play. It's not going to just come to you and just like fall in your lap. If you want to be successful with women, you have to, in some way, at the very least, meet them halfway, right? And play the game and be an effective player of the game. Fair. Otherwise, you're not playing the game. I don't want to do that. Okay, well, fine. You're not going to do that. You're just going to stay out more for me.
Pricing themselves out of the game.